Hello, wonderful people, great people of Africa, blessed people of Africa. How are you all doing today? I greet you depending on the time you're seeing this video. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. My name is Blessing. In this channel, we talk about culture and tradition here in Africa. So if you are a lover of culture and tradition, you are in the right place. If today is your first time of seeing my face on this channel, you are most welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. And for my returning subscribers, you know I don't take you for granted. You are nice to me. I love you so much. Thank you for staying with me in this channel. So in today's video, we are going to talk about the Jukun Wapan women in relationship, marriage, and after birth. See, in this channel we travel a lot. If you like traveling, you like knowing about people's culture, this is the right place. You can do so by subscribing. Then you join me as we travel around Africa and you know about people's culture and appreciate them here in Africa. I'm starting with Nigerian because I'm a full-blooded Nigerian, proud to be a Nigerian. So we are starting our journey here in Nigeria until we go around the 36 states and know who is who. Then we can go out of Nigeria and see other culture out there here in Africa. So I want to tell you what happens to the Wapan women naturally, culturally, whenever in a relationship, in marriage. Now, lest I forget, before I go into today's video, I want to tell you that in this channel we don't just tell you about culture and tradition that concerns marriage, relationship. No. I just decided to start that way. So this time around you're going to see my videos talking about relationship and marriage and all that, but very soon I'm leaving that because we want to know much about our culture here in Nigeria, not just in the aspect of marriage or marriages, the man and the woman. No, it's just more than that, far more than that. I just decided to start this way. So thank you for hearing me. Thank you for understanding me. Let's go into today's video. The Wapan women, what happens to them naturally, culturally, whenever they are in a relationship? Now hear me. In a relationship, when a Wapan man proposes to a Wapan woman and she accepts, you know, we have all left the culture, this general culture of you want to marry a woman and the man goes to your family and he takes his family to your own family and he declares his intention before telling the lady. You know, we've all left that. So the man now goes to the lady and proposes to the lady, and maybe let's say she accepts his proposal. You know, when this is done, the lady will be made known to introduced to his family, whether formally or informally, but whichever, his family members will get to know her. Now this is what happened to them naturally because of what culture has instilled in them. They came to meet this like this and it became part of them. They cannot even explain how, but it's just like that. The woman, the lady in question, will no longer be free with that family. Let's assume they were even friends before this intention came up from a member of the family. You see that naturally they will no longer be close again. Yes, because their culture has to do with shyness, as in they are shy. They will be very shy. She will no longer be free with the man's family, so she will always be dodging the man's family, dodging them. She will not like to be meeting them always. Let's assume they met in an occasion and they just met accidentally. You will see that the lady will squat because that is their way of respect. That is part of their culture. They will either kneel or squat, and she will not utter a word. She will not utter a word at all. She will be quiet and they will be doing the greetings. How are you doing? How are your parents? Did you also come for this? You attended this occasion? You're welcome and all that. She will probably be answering in her mind, but she will not utter any word at all. When they leave, she will then leave. She will not leave before them. When they leave, then she will leave. But assuming she just met them, maybe they were seated accidentally, then she can do that and stand. She will just stand up and go. But supposing they were all standing and greeting, they will have to leave before she leaves. That is their respect. So she keeping mute when they are asking her how you doing, and it's not a sign of disrespect at all. It's a sign of respect among the Jukun Wapan. Now, when this is done, it continues like that until marriage. Now, when she's eventually married into the house, they still have this practice of marrying a woman and bringing her into the family house. If that is done, or even if they are living apart, she will not say a word to any of the family members, especially if they are older than her. She will not say a word to them. She will not respond to their greetings until some rites are performed. Very simple rites. When she can go there and squat, she can meet you and squat and will not say a word. You will ask her. So if you want her to talk to you, you will do something. You will gift her something. Mostly is money. You gift her some amount of money. It can just be a token, just little thing. Then it means you have opened her mouth to talk to you. But even at that, they have limitation, especially when these people are older than her husband. She does not relate freely with them. She don't sit to discuss with them. She don't suggest things to them. No, her own is to greet them respectfully always and leave. So that is how they do it, and they don't have problems with that. They don't have problems with that. If it's something that is going to bring much discussion, you see that their heads, that is if it is tight, that they must have to say a particular thing that is more than just greeting them. Then you see that their heads will be bowed, as in they bow the head, and they are. You see that shyness in them. But there is also something that is also attached to this. Once you are married into the house and your husband has younger ones, whether they are his direct siblings or cousins, but you know that these people are related to her husband. These people are related to the woman's husband, and they are younger to the husband. They automatically become the woman's friend. They become friends. They become playmates. Now let me explain this. You can, the younger one can just wake up. Let's assume they are in the same compound. She's married into a family house. They are in the same compound. You will see that the most younger one can just wake up one morning and look at the elder brother's wife and look at her. And she may not even smile to make it easier. She make it so difficult, and she will not smile. Say, look at you. You woke up this morning. Are you waiting for me to greet you, Madam Big Mouth? So in the Jukun culture, you don't get offended. You don't say, don't you know I'm your elder brother's wife? You don't do that. Elders don't judge such cases in among the Jukun Wapan. They don't judge it because you are playmates. So if it pains you and your mouth has bitter leaf too, you can give it to them. But if your mouth does not have bitter leaf, then you can just smile and just leave it like that. So sometimes they can wake up and call you names, lovely names. You take it, so you become playmates. They don't even your quarrels are not taken serious. So they will never be taken serious once you are younger to the husband, because culturally, traditionally, that is how it's supposed to be. Even when you quarrel, nobody will come to say any serious thing about it. They just see you as playmates. You can quarrel, you can fight, you can play, you can do whatever. And see, the worst part of it is that this can also be done in the public. They don't care whether it's in the public or it's in the privacy. No. They can do it anywhere. It's just their way of life. And the Wapan people understand this. They don't have problem with it. So I don't know, maybe you are in a relationship with a Wapan man, be ready. They don't care whether you are not from there or not. They know that this is what they do and they are used to it. So you learn it, size your heart, and be ready to take that from them. So the last part I want to talk about is That is the one that interests me most. See, in among the Jukun Wapan women, this one I'm telling you now, as in 85% of them are still doing it. I met one, she gave birth to a child, and I was like, when did you give birth? That was my first time anyway. I don't know when you gave birth to this child. Congratulations. What is the sex, the baby's sex? Is she a boy or a girl? And she was not answering me. She was not just uttering any word to me. She was just mute. And I left her thinking what had happened, if I had offended her and all that. So it was later I knew that they don't do that. Now, when you are older than them and they give birth, when you come, just greet them. When you ask them questions, they will not answer you. But you'll be lucky, you'll be lucky if there is someone there with her as friend or an elderly person. When did she put to bed? Then that one will say, it was yesterday, or she'll just be responding. The other person will be responding to all your questions, but she in person will not respond, because the culture says, or the culture has taught them not to respond to someone who is elderly than them is a sign of disrespect. You see, that is why women behave differently in different homes, because of the way we are brought up, and sometimes because we lack knowledge about other people's culture, we just feel this person is disrespectful. In my place, when you do that, is in fact, is a sign of disrespect. But here is a sign of respect. So they will not utter any word to you. So it becomes worse when you are just alone with the person. You will ask, and nobody will talk. But some will make it easier for you, because as you are asking, they will be smiling, and they will not look at your face, so they will just be smiling. So that one will give you hope that they don't have problem with you. So, but if someone who does not have smiling face like this, my face here, you see, you will just be thinking you've done something evil. So it's not so. Let's understand ourselves. We are different here in Africa, and that has also affected our behaviors, even at home, in our matrimonial homes. So let's appreciate each other. See, the one that baffles me most, I remembered someone that she delivered, let me use that word, she delivered a bouncing baby boy, and the mother-in-law was happy to come and see her grandson. She was coming with some group of persons. As soon as that wife saw the mother-in-law coming, she ran out. A baby that is just less than a week, she ran out and left the mother-in-law with the people that came with her, with the baby in the room. She hid herself outside, peeping to see when they will leave, because she cannot stand to see where the mother will be watching the baby and be imagining that it's her son that impregnated this woman that gave birth. So many things. They will just put so many things together and feel very shy and feel they should not stand it. They are not worthy, and they leave. Then the last one I want to tell you, do you know that when you go to the Jukun, that is this Jukun Wapan, you see that some people you see some children with bearing brother, they have their names at school, but you see the mother calls them brother, calls them sister, calls them amu, calls them some names like that. That when you hear people bearing this kind of names, and the mother calls it, most of them, in fact 95% of them, are first issues to them, because the mother is not allowed to call the direct name. Let's assume the child's name is Samuel or Naomi. The mother should not call. Every other person can call the name, but she will not call, because who is she to have given birth to a child at that time, at that age? Even if you were old, since it's your first child, you are a child. So how can a child call another child by name? So you see that some children also, they grow up to see their mothers as their sisters. They relate as sisters, as aunties, seeing their grandmothers as their real parents. So that is what happens to the women of Jukun Wapan. When I look at it, I say I must tell you this, so that we are Africans. We can find ourselves anywhere. We can be anywhere at any time. We should understand them, so that we don't feel that these people are like this, these people are like this. See, our cultures are governing us, whether we like it or not. There is a way we are just being brought up. We can't just tell, but there is something that we just see ourselves doing. That is our culture. We are brought up that way. So, and it affects our relationship even with friends, affects our relationship at home as wives. It affects everything that we do. And when you don't understand that there is something like culture and you don't appreciate culture, you keep blaming everybody for everything he or she does. Let's understand there is something like this, and let's understand also that we need to appreciate them. When we appreciate people's culture, we appreciate human beings, then I'm telling you, this world is going to be a better place. I don't know if you find this video interesting, if you find it informative, if you find it educating, please don't forget to subscribe. Subscribe now, it is free. Subscribe. Don't forget to like and share. Also, give this video a thumbs up. I love you. Till I see you on my next video. Bye.